fellow prophecy student, greetings. Since the introduction of the RFID chip, many, even among the ordinary man in the street, are asking a lot of questions about end-time prophecy in general and the book of Revelation in particular. The many questions about the mark of the beast issue is an indication that more and more people are showing some kind of interest, especially as it relates to last day events. Whenever I am confronted with questions like, is the mark of the beast your social security number? Or, is the mark of the beast the RFID chip? I always ask one of my own. Why would the Lord want to punish people for having a social security number? Is it a sin to have a social security number even with 666 in it? When I was a young Christian, I used to believe something similar. It was my opinion then that the mark of the beast is the barcode on the sardine tin because I saw where this barcode has the number 666 in it. I even heard about this preacher who was warning people not to take the mark of the beast in their bellies by eating the sardine with that barcode number. It is not until I became a little more informed that I can now look back and have a good laugh at how I used to believe such ridiculous things. The fact is, the mark of the beast, by virtue of what the Bible says it is, could not be your present social security number, nor could it be the RFID chip. Since their unique numerical features are assigned to its receiver just like that of a credit card or a national ID, God could not hold you criminally responsible for having it. You cannot be charged for having a number over which you have no decision. And this is the problem I have with prophecy students who insist that the RFID chip is the mark of the beast. According to the book of Revelation, the mark of the beast will not be given in a clandestine or willy-nilly manner. It will be a scheme concerning which everyone will be aware and will have to make a conscious decision as to where they stand. From the first 4 verses of Revelation 13, it is clearly demonstrated that anyone who receives this mark will not do so because he was placed under some kind of pressure with a loaded gun pointed to his head. It will rather be a voluntary unforced act. Here is the scenario. A. The beast miraculously recovered from a deadly wound. B. All the world wandered after the beast. C. All the world worshipped the beast. And D. All the world worshipped the dragon who empowered the beast. It must be recognized that this is the beginning point as to how this whole scenario was set in train. All that we read about in the first 4 verses are prophesied to take place before the mark of the beast is issued. We only start to read about the mark of the beast from verse 16 downward. Thus the same world that renders unforced allegiance to the beast will most naturally be willing to take his mark. If you should do a diligent Bible study of this particular subject in the book of Revelation, you will see that the real issue is more than about just taking a mark. Nobody will get the mark until they have voluntarily decided to pay homage to the beast. But if you decided to be a worshipper of God in the face of this global crisis, it would simply mean you have rejected the mark of the beast. The kind of mark you have in your forehead will determine whether you have decided to give your allegiance to the beast or become a worshipper of God. Every one of us on this planet will have to make that decision then. There will be no middle ground. God will only punish people for committing sin, not for having a number issued to you by the authorities, even if the number has 666 in it. The reason why people with the mark of the beast will be destroyed is because they have rejected the Most High in favor of giving homage to another God. As simple as that. It is after you have acknowledged this new God as your object of worship that you will receive a social security number in your forehead. This number will identify you as a worshipper of His, and with this identification you are accounted of God as a worthy candidate for eternal damnation. In our study of Revelation 13, we need to be careful not to arrive at conclusions that would make God appear to be some kind of sick puppy dictator who is easily angered at trifles and punishes people over trivial matters, such as having a social security number or some kind of chip implanted under your skin, even without your knowledge. The simple fact is, God's disciplinary policy has always been about the punishment of people for transgressing His law. Where the mark of the beast issue is concerned, God will exercise the same policy towards transgressors as He has always done in the past. Nothing will change. Now, here's the $1,000,000 question we need to ask. If the RFID chip is not the mark of the beast, then what it is? My take on the RFID chip is this. Although I do not subscribe to the idea of it being the mark of the beast, I think it is there for a purpose and has a crucial role to play in the implementation of the mark of the beast scheme. What is described in Revelation 13 sounds like a super sophisticated system that will require some amount of tweaking and adjusting in order to bring it to perfection. It could not be speaking of a system that will just appear on the scene, which was never tested in real-world situations. Therefore, I am of the suspicion that the RFID program is nothing but the pilot project to the implementation of the real McCoy. It is a way of testing the system in the real world in order to identify hiccups and make adjustments prior to its full rollout. What this could therefore mean is that the world may not have a long wait to see the unveiling of that very scheme against which we are severely warned. The End Time Prophecy e-course presents a most intriguing position on the coming mark of the beast crisis, such as you have never heard anywhere else before. To get started with this unique prophecy course, click on the link in this video, or the link below. It is www.prophecyecourse.com. Hope you were blessed by this video. Thanks for watching.